What's up, everybody? D-Man back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing another Godzilla King of the Monsters news and updates. So this one's kind of a companion piece to the last one I did, where I talked about the no new Toho Monsters in Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer video, but this one's going a little bit further. Today I actually have the breakdown from the interview Michael Dougherty did with, it's called Movie Hidden Treasure Magazine. Whatever the thing I said in the last one was probably the Japanese title, and this is the translated title. But it's an interview with Michael Dougherty as provided to us by Gomoru Island. We can break it down now and see all the fun details that it has to offer, but there's not much to talk about, so this is going to be a relatively short video. Starting off, Michael Dougherty went on about the 1954 dorsal fins, because of course he did. He loves those things. He talks about them all the time. So he's talked about in the past how Godzilla's dorsal fins are like his crown. He needs them to be really big so he can be powerful. And the 1954 dorsal fins are Dougherty's favorite, which is why he had them put onto the back of the 2014 Godzilla, and that's why we have the new dorsal fins in 2019. Also, he talks about how Godzilla and Ifikube's music should never be separate, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. Godzilla is made by his soundtrack, and if he doesn't have a good soundtrack, the movie suffers as a result of it. So having Ifikube's music there is always a bonus, and Ifikube's music is Godzilla. It's so synonymous with Godzilla that they really shouldn't be separated. I would never have them separated. Michael Dougherty went on to talk about how he has a signed picture of Haruo Nakajima, and it hung up in his trailer during the shoot for Godzilla 2, and he saw it as something of an altar to Nakajima, something to remember him by. Because famously, I guess, Haruo Nakajima did pass away during the filming of Godzilla King of the Monsters. He wasn't a part of the movie. I don't think he has a cameo, nothing like that, but he passed away at the same time the movie was being shot. And so I guess on set one day, they all had a moment of silence where they all took a while to remember the life and legacy of this guy. And, you know, we did the same back in, I think, 2016, 17 is when it happened. 2017 sounds right. We all took a moment. I made that video, that tribute to him. It was a sad time. It was 2017. I'm almost certain of it. In a much more lighthearted note, Michael Dougherty stated that he would always have to correct the CG artists on Ghidorah's gravity beams because they were never really getting them right. I guess they're going to be Showa accurate in this movie. I don't know what that means. I guess we'll have to just wait and see. I always thought they just looked like normal lightning bolts, but if he had reference pictures and he's like, no, we had to get it right, I'd imagine that they're going to be something specific about them that will let us know that they're the Showa beams. I'd assume. Maybe, hopefully not, but maybe it'll be like the really old days in the Showa movies when Ghidorah's beams would be firing out of his mouth, but if you like slow down the footage, it's like coming out of, like, this is his mouth and it's like coming out of his neck because they like didn't line it up properly always. I hope that doesn't happen, but you never know. I don't know. I think he just means they'll have the look and feel of those Showa beams, but I'd be interested to see how that plays through in the movie. And then here's the big one. Here's the quote. I'll just read it to you. There are no other Toho monsters appearing. How can we make that any more clear? There's the 4 Toho monsters in the movie. There's Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah. That's it. That's all we get. That's it. No more. It's not Kumonga. It's not Anguirus. It's like people are in such denial that they just don't believe it. They're like, no, what are you talking about? Does he not realize that Anguirus is in the trailer? Maybe he just doesn't know. I don't know how people don't get it. They're just not going to be in the movie. I understand it. All right, listen, I'll break it down for you. It goes like this. Michael Dougherty says, there are no other Toho monsters appearing in the film, right? But here's the thing. Hear me out, okay? Hear me out. He's saying no Toho monsters because they're no longer Toho monsters, because Legendary now owns them. So it is Anguirus and it is Kumonga. It's just the fact that Michael Dougherty now owns them with Legendary. Legendary owns them. So they're not Toho monsters anymore. I solved it. Dude, I solved the problem. I'm a genius. That is exactly what's happening in this film. No, there are no Toho monsters in this movie, all right? There's just the 4 that we know of. There's going to be no additional ones. They're just going to be fun cameos at the end of the film, and it'll be like, hey, look, it's a brand new monster that kind of looks like Anguirus. That one's kind of spider-like, like Kumonga. There'll probably be Easter eggs and references to other monsters, but they're not going to be the actual Toho monsters. It's just not going to happen. All right, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is a short one. I know it is. I couldn't do anything about it, though. I got things to do. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. D-Man, out.